International Center for Kitab in Mathematics. Course on Southeast Asia RMA for primary school teachers 4 until 17 August, Yogyakarta, Indonesia. I'm Professor Dr. Zulkardi from University of Sriwijaya. I'm one of the trainers at the Kitab in Mathematics. My agenda is Introduction to Primary or Realistic Mathematics Education. I start with innovation and change in the society. Change is a result of creativity. Creativity is the top level of the cognitive in the learning results, according to Bloom Revise. For instance, Kejang boxcar, in collaboration between Indonesia and Japan, start from box car, then continue with the car for people, and capsule Kejang, then finally the last version of Kejang is called Kejang Innova. The word Innova comes from innovation. Also in the mobile phone, you see from iPhone 6, iPhone 5 to iPhone 6 Plus. Even in the CEO, for instance, CEO Facebook, how to recruit the employer. For instance, Mark Zuckerberg, when he keynote in Barcelona for International Communication World Conference, he mentioned that I will only hire someone to work directly for me. That means someone who really has communication skill and teamwork. Mr. Zuckerberg and his team work with people who are able to analyze the value of the company. Change in society need people can do tasks or jobs that involve expert thinking and complex communication skill. Thus, we need to change the way students learning mathematics in school. Change in teaching and learning means change in instructional, from chalk and talk to guide the invention of 5M in the new curriculum. Scientific approach, we call it. In the learning materials, from level easy change to middle and difficult things, and from teacher center to student center in the change in teaching. PMRI, what is PMRI? PMRI is Pendidikan Matematik Realistik Indonesia, as an adaptation of realistic mathematics education from Dutch, who founded by Prorental in 1971. It is adapted since 2001 at Port Elpitiካ in Java Island. This is a movement to reform mathematics education in Indonesia as an innovation in mathematics education. Why PMRI? Because Indonesia has poor attitude toward mathematics, low achievement to pupils in mathematics comparing to other countries, for instance in TIMSS and PISA. Mathematics should be learned as ready mathematics product, but now has to change, not to learn as a ready mathematics product, but as human activity, teacher-centered instruction, and also mathematics modern is lab. And PMRI has philosophy and characteristic. The philosophy of PMRI mathematics is human activity, and PMRI has 5 characteristics: use of context, use of model, use of the student contribution, use of the interactivity, and also intertwining among mathematics strengths. For instance, one of the contexts in Indonesia we have known Borobudur is one of the UNESCO heritage. You can see from the top view of the Borobudur is like a circle, and also the pattern. This is really mathematical object. Panjat Pinang, for instance, it's in August every year. Kids always, do Panjat Pinang in order to get the present in the top. They really represent the teamwork. This is really culture, how to do work in the team. Hajatan or pesta, you see, the employer put and make chairs, yeah, in the pattern with 11 and 15 and 20. So he really counted easily that the chair is 300. For instance, also the context we call half house divorce. I don't know, in Indonesia, also in Vietnam, if people divorce, then they try to cut half the house for the wife and half the house for the husband. You can imagine, yeah? This we call iceberg of MRI. In order to see the difference between conventional mathematics and MRI, you can see the top of the iceberg. This is like we call formal mathematics, while the below, the blue one, is really informal mathematics. In the beginning, teacher more in Indonesia teach the student directly go to the top level. It is not easy for many students. Yeah? Only some students can easily understand. Now, for the PMRI, we have to start from the context, from the beginning. We call mathematical world orientation, or informal way, or realistic example. For instance, for edition 47 and 28, we use a train. Yeah? First train is 47, the second 28. And we move from the informal to the model, and from the model go to the model 4, and finally we use, for instance, this mathematical tool, empty number line we call. And finally, students are guided to use formal mathematics. This is the way of MRI teach mathematics, guided student to learn mathematics. And human activity is really the basic principle from the Oriental. The activity of student in primary school, for instance, yeah. And also this is activity of a student in junior high school. They use a rope in order to represent the right triangle, for instance, using Pythagoras theorem. This is a student-teacher activity in University of Sriwijaya when student teacher try to explain what is the angle, yeah? And finally, Professor Lee Pinggi from Singapore asked them not to use drawing or watch. You can use your hand as a right triangle like this. And all the students try to follow the Professor Lee Pinggi. And teacher activities, for instance, in workshop, yeah, in PIMPATK or PPPG, in KITEB, also in university, we now use workshop to disseminate. In order to disseminate PMRI to all of Indonesia, we use implementation strategy. We call bottom-up strategy. We strengthen the FPTK and school, capacity building of the PMRI team, developing teaching material, doing research, and also establishing PMRI center in LPTK or teacher education. You can see Indonesia is a really big country. It's not easy, so that's why every innovation we start from Japan, not from other island. Then after that we go to the next island. Yeah. Then the main implementation of the activity is really series of workshops. We also build task force for research and learning material, developing international master program in realistic mathematics in collaboration with Utra University, developing PMK MRI network. We also doing national contest of literacy mathematics and PISA workshop for mathematics and science teachers. And also we collaborate with KITEB CRME as a PMR's content, yeah? Training Center for Asian country in Jakarta. This is one of the picture when we launched the International Master on Mathematics Education. This is a website or blog, Center of MRI in Unsri. This is also Center of MRI in Jakarta. You see in the top, they use contact of busway or Sekarang Jakarta. Yeah. And this is block Padang. You can see the symmetrical building of the governor office in Padang. Yeah. That's all for this. You can see more on the website of blog.pimpat.mri.net. Thank you very much.